enjoy character creation more than the actual game itself. I love picking like, ooh, I want this ability, or I want this talent, and like my imagination kind of gets ahead of me.
When I'm playing an RPG, like I always spend a disgusting amount of time like customizing and personalizing.
I try to make Annie reflect me. She is female, youngish. People don't make themselves look old here. I am a mature woman, but my mind is still a young girl.
When I make my personal characters, I like them to look like me so that it reflects the fact that I've overcome this said adversity, and that sort of reflects in real life.
When you get to make your own character, it is literally like you get to experience the game. So this is you going through all of these challenges, and it's you doing it.
Her personality, I hope, reflects me. She is easygoing, friendly, polite, helpful, enjoys music and dancing, and exploring Second Life. I have a wardrobe of over 700 outfits.
This is my character that I've made, and he represents the sort of strengths that I kind of wish that I could have in the real world.
You get to experience a kind of different world and different life as yourself without actually, like the threat of it, I suppose.
I definitely wanted a female character. That's something that I normally try and do when I play RPGs. I do try and make them maybe more idealized versions of myself. They'll probably be way more sort of attractive or skinnier.
Because of my disability, I have like almost no movement in my body. Maybe that's why I tend to play like really fast, really agile kind of characters. Maybe it's just because I kind of dream to be able to do that myself. Being able to run really quick or scale a building in like 2 seconds. Me as a person, I would love to be able to do that.
We spend our lives trying to think we never get old. Look at the creams we buy, surgery, all the beauty business, exercise. In Second Life, it's all at the click of a button.
Like, fall in love with a character, you really want them to kind of come to life. And the best way to do that is to just ask yourself, if I was this character, what would I do?
It's really important for me to feel like I'm not just a person that's been dropped into this game. My character's part of that world.
I was fascinated. There is so much here. Every visit turned up something new. A new person, place, event.
I've always played that in a way that reflects my own sort of moral choices, really. It wasn't even a conscious decision. It wasn't like, oh, I want this character to be exactly like me, so I'm going to make her be like me. It was just that I genuinely feel a bit uncomfortable doing things that I think I wouldn't do in real life.
I would murder every single person, women and children. I would burn every single city down, because as it's a video game and I just find the image of some random nobody running around pillaging and burning everything down kind of hilarious.
Humans by nature are curious creatures. It's the whole sort of like, should I push the big red button scenario? You know, if you're given that option, 9 times out of 10, you'll find that someone will push the big red button.
I have met people from many different walks of life. A farmer in the Midwest, a puppeteer in Germany, a pool cleaner. Also some with severe health problems. I have lost a couple of close friends. There are many here who find a way of enjoying life even though their bodies fail them.
That's the sort of wonderful thing about online RPGs, is that there's often like a problem that work together to solve. You might not have been able to do it by yourself, and I think that sort of mirrors kind of successful relationships in real life, because like when you go through hardships, apparently like relationships are stronger when you go through hardships. I don't see why that's any different.
So when we started playing it together, I don't know, it just felt like something really genuinely clicked between the both of us, not just like as people, but in the game as well. The game itself just felt a hell of a lot more fulfilling when there was somebody by your side.
I don't think we'd be dating if we didn't play Dark Souls. Through playing games online was the first time that I realised that I thought you liked me. But yeah, there was just a few sort of like little things you'd say every now and then, or the way that you'd act or whatever, that kind of gave me the impression that you had a bit of a crush on me or whatever.
People just tend to behave a little bit more, maybe genuine to an extent. Like they would say what's really on their mind and not care about hurting other people's feelings. People just perceive the other person that they're talking to as just a pixel or two on the screen.
Some people use it as a dating site. You can partner someone officially and marry if you want, then divorce when they go off with someone else. Others like to roleplay, vampires, furries, pirates, fairies, the list is endless. A lot of sex goes on here. They know the implications won't have real-life results, so they can be bolder. They can explore their fantasies in secret. And if you have been upset in Second Life, it carries through to your real-life feelings.
The idea of being able to live your entire life in VR is going to be incredibly attractive. I feel like with the reality of the human race and the world as it is right now, I think it will be probably too attractive. It might be so much more appealing than real life is. Even if your real life is great, like the video game world could be anything you want it to be.
We are more than just our minds. We are a series of extremely complex biochemical processes. Like everything that you feel, see, touch, smell, hear influences how you think and how you interact with the world, even if it's completely subconscious. If you didn't have those physical emotions, you would be really apathetic to everything around you.
The escapism, that is something that, games definitely give me. I think if I put my whole self into it, that would be terrifying.
I think you need control of a physical body, something to relate to, not to abandon it. Feelings are generated by touch, which can be done virtually, but it's not the same. Life is too good not to feel it.
Are you human because you have a human body and a human mind and a consciousness? Or is there something more to it? If you were inside of a machine which could somehow simulate all those biochemical processes, but you still had your memories, your own thoughts, would you really be real? Or would you actually be just a series of ones and zeros? But if I got really sick or there was a little hope for me, yeah, sure, I'd do it. Why not? What do I have to lose? My sanity? I mean, sure, if I got crazy, just turn off the machine. I'll be fine. And I'll live on in whatever ether there is out there.